Welcome to episode 1 of my Methods and Processes series. Now I'm going to go through the first day of Research Through Making project, and just going to run through what we did really. First off, we firstly watched through the scene from The Shining when they're walking through the Colorado Lounge at the Overlook Hotel, and we firstly had 20 minutes to recreate the scene using 5 sheets of paper, some tape and a pen. And I made, because the scene is sort of a long shot, sort of 2-minute scene of them just panning across, following the people, I kind of made a backdrop using a sheet of paper that I stood up, drawing on, parts of the scene like windows and the rug and furniture, and then I had the stickmen of the characters separated from the backdrop that you could move as part of the sort of exhibit. And then I wrote down quotes that I had picked up from the scene, such as, "This is the most gorgeous hotel I've ever seen," and "all the best people." And I thought it was quite a simple way to just sum up the scene, really. So we did that, and which I really enjoyed, and I thought that it was quite good to just simply rapidly form an idea. I only had 20 minutes just to sit down and focus on it, rather than frantically, stressfully trying to do as much as I could. I just could have made it as simple as possible, which I thought worked quite well. And then throughout the day we kind of zoomed in and out of this scene, focusing on certain areas like particular objects. We had to highlight one object. I chose a floorboard, which is quite something you probably wouldn't pick up on, but then zooming in on it, it's actually really interesting in terms of the grain and then the size and then the scale. We worked on the scale a lot, and joining it with the main character's table and his typewriter. So we made lots of models and cutting out and sort of sticking and using the cutting mat and things, which I hadn't really done before, working a lot on the computer, which I found really fun and quite sort of tricky and fiddly, but I didn't mind it. And then we took that object completely out of context and zoomed all the way out of the scene, out of Colorado, and placed it somewhere completely random, really. So we chose a swimming pool and turned this floorboard that was once in this haunted hotel, and turned it into a diving board and made a swimming pool and made all the elements to that, completely taking it out of context. And this then progressed on to us zooming out of that again and making a kind of swimming experience, as if you're swimming through the water, and we made someone walk through us while sort of battling against the tide, so to speak, using cardboard, and we made a life jacket and things. And I found it really interesting how we could go from this film, specific scene, and zoom in and out of that to get to a completely whole new experience. And it just goes to show that from one small idea you can definitely zoom out and find a lot, get a lot out of one little scene. And in terms of the big picture, I managed to, from doing this, I learned a lot about using cardboard and cutting shapes and how useful it is to just form simple models, but quickly as well in particular. So in the first project, I knew that I could, if I had an idea, I didn't just have to draw it, I could put it together in card and then scale it correctly with the different objects around it, and to make the model work well together. And I thought that was really, really helpful. And yeah, my first day was great. I really enjoyed it. So that's me signing off on episode 1.